Hi, sweet friends. I'm Cord, and I am the founder of ZENTS. And welcome to the ZENTS Wellness Room. I'm so happy you're here. For any of you that are new, know that I am here every Saturday, and we're doing something called the healing breath technique. And what I'm doing is I'm teaching you how to do a very simple but incredibly effective technique. What does this healing breath technique do? Well, first and foremost, it reduces stress. It gets you out of fight or flight. It helps with anxiety. It's unbelievable for panic attacks. It will help you sleep and it will help you stay calm during the day. It also boosts your immune system. It detoxes your body and it strengthens your lungs. It's like going to the gym for your lungs. So this is an incredibly important thing for us to be doing during this time and honestly after too. So what we're doing is we're coming together every Saturday and I am teaching, first of all, answering any questions that came from the week before and then giving a review of the technique. And then we're committing to doing this healing breath technique together each week for a specific amount of time. So the first week, we committed to doing 3 minutes in the morning and also night. Last week, we committed to 5 minutes in the morning and also night. And this week, we're going to be doing 7 minutes. So at any point, you can be doing this on your own in the morning or at night. But if you want company, and if you want to do this with someone, I am here every step of the way. You just go back to the ZENTS Facebook page. This live session will be recorded. Just press play, and I'll breathe through this with you. All right. So before we start, I wanted to answer a few questions that came in this week. One was I had about actually 7 people email me that have asthma. And they were saying that this breathing technique was really difficult, that they would start coughing. And is that normal? It absolutely is normal. And it will get better the more you do this. Again, this is like going to the gym for your lungs. So anyone that has weaker lungs or any lung issues, this is just going to start strengthening your lungs. This technique is actually used for people that have lung disease to strengthen their lungs. In my late teens and early 20s, I had bad asthma where I had to do inhalers all the time. This technique got my lungs so strong that I have no asthma. In addition, that I have no asthma anymore, I don't use any inhaler. So just stick with it. Know that if you cough, just keep going, keep on working out your lungs, and it will get to a point where it's incredibly easy. Okay. We had questions again, people saying that when they did this technique, they felt lightheaded and dizzy. Is that normal? Absolutely. At first, when you're doing this technique, you are basically pulling in so much oxygen into your system. You're flooding your system with oxygen, your blood and your brain. If you're not used to taking in that much oxygen, you will get a little dizzy and lightheaded, but you will get used to it. It's also a really good sign. If you're getting dizzy or lightheaded, it means that your body has not been receiving the amount of oxygen that you really want it to be healthy and vibrant and resilient. So great, and just keep on doing this. I promise it really, really will help. The other question I had was, do you breathe in and out through your nose, both through your nose, in and out? Yes. We're going to keep our mouth gently closed, and we always do this with our nose, breathe through our nose. Last was, how does this technique get you out of fight or flight? Because last week I shared that scientifically, this gets you out of fight or flight, whether you believe it or not, just doing this technique. So it's a really good question. So what happens when you're doing deep breathing and a slower breathing technique is it sends a signal of safety to your system, to your nervous system. So imagine that if when you're in fight or flight, you're running from a tiger, right? You're going to be breathing fast. You're going to be nervous. You're going to be fighting or you're going to be running. And then when you finally get safe and you get back at home, you'd be breathing deep and your body would say, I'm safe. So what's so powerful about this technique is it gives your nervous system the message that you are safe. And when you're safe, you get out of fight or flight. And why is that important? It actually allows you to access parts of your brain that you cannot access when you're in fight or flight. So when you're in fight or flight, you cannot access your prefrontal cortex. Your prefrontal cortex is responsible for high level thought, for connection, for love, for community. And what's so amazing, guys, is you don't have to do this just with your eyes closed. You can do this breathing technique with your eyes open while you're driving, when you're in an argument with your partner or your children, whenever you need access to feel safe and access to your higher parts of your brain to feel connected and work through things. This is the key. I do this all the time. So become really conscious of your breath, not only when you're doing this exercise, but throughout the day. And it will get easier and easier. Okay, so quick refresher. We are going to have our mouth closed the entire time, and we're going to be breathing in and also out through our nose. When you breathe in, you're going to notice the average person stops their breath right about here. And instead, we're going to breathe all the way down to the belly. And we're going to fill the lowest part of your stomach up, and you're going to push it out with that air. Then once it's completely full, you're going to bring it up into your lungs, and you're going to expand your lungs. And then once your lungs are completely full, you're going to bring up that breath, and you're going to hold for 2 seconds. And then you're going to empty the lungs, empty the stomach, down to the very bottom of the stomach. And then you're going to hold for 2 seconds. All right. And what we're going to do is you're going to breathe in for 4 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, filling up, hold for 2 seconds. Then you're going to empty for 4 seconds, and then hold. You can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed. You can do this sitting in a chair, sitting on the ground. You can do this laying in bed. You can do this laying on the ground. Whatever is the most comfortable, you just want to make sure your spine is straight. Okay? So we are going to be doing this together today for 7 minutes. And I will be talking slightly every once in a while to bring you back to your breath. One thing you're going to notice when you're doing this, your mind is busy and your mind is wanting to think about many things. So it'll be processing a noise over there. You're going to start thinking about things. No problem. That's natural. But every time you catch your brain thinking about something, just bring the attention back to your breath. And you're just training your brain. Every time you're thinking, oh, that's interesting. I was thinking about that bird. Bring the attention back to your breath, and you'll just keep on doing that over and over. Okay? So what I'm going to be doing is when I'm breathing in for 4 seconds, I'm going to be putting my hand like this, and then I'm going to hold for 2 seconds, and then I'm going to empty for 4 seconds and hold for 2 seconds. So if you ever do want to be getting any clues with your eyes open, that's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to set my reminder now for 7 minutes. We're going to breathe through this together, and then we're going to come back and connect at the end. All right, so let's start. All right, so let's breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2 seconds. 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 Now I'm going to do it without speaking. Bring the attention back to the sound of your breath. Bring your attention back to 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 your breath. Come back into your room and open your eyes when you're ready. Have a soft gaze at the floor, around the room. Feel the earth beneath you, the air on your cheeks. So sweet friends, notice how you're feeling. Notice that oxygen that flooded your system fed your body, your mind. It gave your nervous system a strong message that you're safe. If you felt dizzy, great sign. Just keep on doing it. It means your body is needing that oxygen and it's not used to it. And again, remember that you can do this any time of the day. Anytime when you're walking, when you're washing dishes, when you're listening to someone, when you're emailing, watching TV, you can regulate your breath. The longer our breath, the healthier we will be. Something interesting, the Vedas, an ancient civilization in India that came up with yoga, invented yoga, also invented pranayama, deep breath. And what they noticed is that an animal with a short breath had a short life. So think about that, a dog, short life. And the animals that had longer breath had longer life. Whales, tortoises. So they learned that regulating our breath was incredibly important for our vitality and for our resilience, for our body and our mind. So this is the most powerful medicine I have ever found. And again, what I share over and over, what I love about it is it's free and it's for everyone. So dear friends, please invite every person you know, your kids, elderly people, anyone that you know onto this breathing challenge, this healing breath challenge. I am certain that at this moment, if we stay clear and we stay calm and out of fight or flight, and we access the highest parts of ourselves in our brain, that amazing things can happen. And I am certain that on the other side of this, we will come out clearer, more loving and kind, and that we will know in a different way what's really, truly important to us. So know that you are not alone, and I am here every step of the way to breathe through this with you. So we're going to be doing 7 minutes in the morning and 7 minutes in the evening this week. Anytime you want to do it with me, I'm here. Press play and I'll breathe through it. Invite all your friends and family, especially elderly people that we want to get their lungs really strong. And I will see you next Saturday. And until then, know that I am sending you vibrant health and all my love to you, to all those that you know, and to the world. Love, peace, and gratitude. I said leave this.